Welcome to the Masora Torah podcast, where we explore timeless teachings for modern life through the weekly Parsha. I'm your host, and today we're diving into a fascinating question from one of the most respected voices in Jewish law, the Chofetz Chaim. Have you ever wondered what happens when our own righteousness becomes a trap? When the very things we think are bringing us closer to Hashem might actually be pushing us away. Today's episode explores this profound question through the lens of an intriguing scene from this week's Haftarah. Let's set the scene. In the Navi Zechariah's vision, he sees something unusual. Yoshua, the Kohen Gadol, is standing before a Malach of Hashem. But here's what's peculiar. Satan is standing on Yoshua's right side to accuse him. Now, the Chofetz Chaim picks up on something that might seem like a small detail, but carries enormous significance. Why is Satan on the right side? Throughout Jewish tradition, the right side represents justice, righteousness, and all things good. Shouldn't Satan be on the left? The Chofetz Chaim provides a brilliant answer that will change how you view your own religious practice. He says, when the Yetzer Hara, our evil inclination, can't catch us through his usual means, he will move to the right. He'll try to make you do things you'll justify as frum, as religiously proper. And here's the kicker. These things might very well be religiously proper in a different time or place. However, at this time and place, it's not what Hashem wants from you. Yet, the Yetzer Hara whispers, this needs to be done now. Think about this for a moment. How many times have we all experienced this? You have an important responsibility, maybe helping a neighbor making that difficult phone call to a family member, or completing a work project. Suddenly, though, you feel this overwhelming urge to spend more time in tefillah, learn that extra parak of Mishnayos, to take on that new chumrah, that new stringency. These are beautiful, holy pursuits. However, when they come at the expense of our pressing obligations, they can become tools of the Yetzer Hara, preventing us from fulfilling what Hashem truly wants from us in that moment. This reminds me of a powerful story about a Rav. A woman approached the Rav with a request. She wanted to wear a talis during her prayers. Now, instead of immediately saying yes or no, the Rav gave her an unusual instruction. Start by wearing just the talis without the tzitzis for a month. Then come back and tell me how it affects your prayers. A month later, the woman returns, glowing with enthusiasm. Rabbi, it's been incredible. My prayers have felt so much more spiritual, so enlightened since I started wearing the talis. The Rav's response was devastating in its clarity. The entire mitzvah is the tzitzis, not the four-cornered garment. Since you didn't need the tzitzis, the actual commandment, but you felt spiritually elevated by just wearing the garment, your desire to wear a talis isn't religious, it is political. This is the Satan on the right side in action. The woman's desire appeared completely religious on the surface, but through the Rav's wisdom, she discovered her true motivation was something else entirely. This is what makes the Yetzer Hara's right side strategy so dangerous. When we're doing something that looks righteous, that feels spiritual, we rarely suspect it may be influenced by the Yetzer Hara. The Chofetz Chaim's teaching is a wake-up call for all of us. We need to be vigilant, especially in our own religious practice. We need to question our motivations, our timing, and ask ourselves, is this truly what Hashem wants from me right now? Remember, authentic spiritual growth should bring peace, harmony, and balance to our lives. If we find ourselves in constant conflict, neglecting responsibilities, or experiencing anxiety rather than growth, it's worth examining whether our religious fervor might actually be the Yetzer Hara in disguise. The next time you feel that urgent pull to perform a mitzvah, to take on that new religious practice, or to engage in that extra spiritual activity, pause. Ask yourself, is this coming from my right side or my left? Am I truly serving Hashem, or am I serving something else? As we navigate our spiritual journey, may we merit the wisdom to see clearly, the courage to examine our intentions honestly, and the guidance to serve Hashem with both our hearts and our minds. Thank you for listening to the Musar Torah podcast. Remember, true righteousness isn't just about what we do, but why and when we do it. Until next time, may your spiritual practice bring you genuine closeness to Hashem.